Guys, this rabbit hole is going deeper than we ever could imagine. Because the shit I'm about to lay out to y'all, gonna have y'all really putting y'all thinking caps on, and it's really gonna make a lot of sense. Because the truth, if you search hard enough down the avenues of the rabbit hole, it becomes way more obvious than we ever could imagine. And Lil Durk is not making this any secret to why he's doing the things that he's doing and why things have to happen the way that they are happening. Now, I made a video about Lil Durk's son and him not being in his son's life or having anything to do with him. And shout out to my subscriber, Great Warrior. We thought the same thing, and like the saying goes, great minds think alike. Whilst making that video, something struck my mind, and it told me Lil Durk may be absolutely on purpose not being involved with his son. Not because he doesn't love him and he doesn't want to be a dad and take care of his responsibilities. Lil Durk looks in that little boy's face and he sees himself. Lil Durk loves himself. He's very arrogant. But at the same time, the eyes are the window to the soul. And he sees his own soul in his son. And guys, I'm starting to really believe that Lil Durk does not want to be involved with his son because he doesn't want to offer him up as a sacrifice. Yes, I said it. And I'm going to show you why. Once again, if you look at those side-by-side photos, you can see that that little boy is a splitting image of Lil Durk. You might as well say that he was in Lil Durk's womb, if he had one, for 9 months, because Lil Durk spit him out. Now, as we know, it seems that everybody around Lil Durk and his circle, they're dying. And it seems that Lil Durk keeps a treasure trove on his body, tattoos of all of his fallen cousins, loved ones, friends, managers, you name it. But one thing I thought was very odd, that Lil Durk has tattoos of people who died on his body. He has it on his fingers, on his chest. He just has it everywhere. Lil Durk does not have his baby mama, the current one, any tattoos of her on him. Why is that? And if you have tattoos on your body of your dead homies, cousins, family members, why do you have a tattoo of Bella? Now, the whole thing about the sacrificing the little boy, his name is Romeo. We know allegedly what Juvenile had done. So the fact that Lil Durk does not be around the child or be involved with the child is very hurtful from the outside. But if you're on the inside, you would understand better why he doesn't do that. And this is what I'm starting to believe, that he does not want anything to happen to his firstborn. And the fact that the little boy is a splitting image of him. So one may ask themselves, why does Lil Durk have all of these tattoos of his dead homies? He even has Chino's name on him also. If you notice, everybody he sacrificed, he has their name on his body. But the question is, Lil Durk, you just recently added Bella to your stomach. Is this a sign, guys? I know it sounds weird, but as we all know, everything in this world seems to be the opposite. The truth can be presented as a lie, and a lie can be presented as the truth. But however, if we read in between the lines and look at the details, this stands out to me. The fact that Lil Durk took it upon himself to not only put Bella's name on his stomach, but it's really big and bold. Allegedly, is she the next sacrifice? Is he willing to give her up? Because it doesn't seem like he wants to give up that little boy that he's not involved with. As you can see, he loves his daughter, and I really believe that Lil Durk loves his children. Guys, Lil Durk's net worth is at $3 million. You would think he would have more. However, because they state that his net worth is at $3 million, doesn't mean that that's the absolute number. Because Lil Durk is doing a lot of things in the background. And I believe that low number was purposely given to the public. I believe his net worth is way more than $3 million. However, I will try back at the end of this month and go back and see what it is after the fact, okay? All of these heads are valuable when you're doing sacrifices. And they probably don't want that to add up and make it seem obvious, because people are catching on to Lil Durk's game, the game he's playing with the industry. Now, I received some information from a subscriber in my email, and they stated that they thought that Lil Durk was on the scene of the shooting. However, we know that that is not true, because Lil Durk was doing the live at the time before King Von was gunned down. And that totally, absolutely cannot be debunked. But however, that does not take away that Lil Durk allegedly had knowledge that the shooting was going to occur. Like I stated, Lil Durk is doing a lot of things behind the scenes, things that we cannot see. And like I stated in the video, guys, the other video that I did, Lil Durk was on the phone with Chino at 2 a.m., just a little bit before, and it was a 10-minute call. And this is Chino right here. This was his very first manager when he came into the game. And like I stated, what grown-ass man is on the phone with another grown-ass man at 2 a.m.? What were you guys talking about? And I feel in my heart that that needs to be investigated. However, he stated he was on the phone call with Chino, and he said this in a Vlad interview. But Lil Durk never stated what the conversation was about. And he has a choice not to say what the conversation was about. But he never stated, and that was the last time I talked to him, or I didn't expect for this to be the last time that I talked to him. He kept it very brief and just stated, oh, I talked to him just 10 minutes before it happened. And if you guys can go back and look at the Vlad interview, Lil Durk also lied. He stated that when he talked to Chino, Chino was in the house. And then after that, Chino got up and he left outside of the house, and that's when he got shot. Just like Mystical went on there and lied as well. However, that is not what happened, and Lil Durk has his reasons for lying. But however, it was so obvious that he was lying about the situation. So I want to touch on Newski. This is Newski, Lil Durk's cousin. And as we can see, Lil Durk has Newski's name tattooed on his fingers, on his knuckle part. And Newski was shot and killed on 87th Street back in 2014. But the thing that hit me that was very odd was that Newski signed his record deal with Durk just 2 days before he was killed. And just like Chino, Newski was sitting in his vehicle when someone just walked up and started shooting him. And Newski tried to speed away, however he hit a store and ran into the store. And they're saying that the shooting somehow must have been gang related. And there's no coincidence, just like Chino. If we can see, Durk called him, and it seems like Chino was going to sit somewhere and meet somebody. And it seems like the same with Newski. What was he doing on 87th Street just sitting in his vehicle? And like they say with FBG Duck, people knew and gave the drop on where he was going to be. And I believe this happened with Newski, and I believe this happened with Chino. Because guys, that 10-minute conversation, we will never know what was said. Because now that's between a dead person and Lil Durk, and most likely he will take that to his grave. But just the fact that he was sitting in his vehicle after talking to Lil Durk, and then 10 minutes later he's gunned down? Because in my opinion, and the facts speak clear for themselves, Lil Durk knew exactly where Chino would be. Did Lil Durk know where his cousin Newski was going to be that day? Did he also talk to him on the phone? Now I know Moo Moo Crump and others came up on the scene, and there's videos floating around to where they claim to have shot their op. Deep down inside, they were shocked themselves because they couldn't believe that somebody shot him. And allegedly, Moo Moo Crump probably was stunned because he didn't know who actually did it. It was not anybody from their side. However, it was presented to the public to look exactly that way. And these are all my opinions, guys, because I have been researching and looking into all of the details about every situation that has occurred. I am working my ass off to do proper research and bring you guys proper content. So I ask that you please hit that like button, please comment, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and hit the notification bell so when I drop my next video, you guys will be aware. Until the next video, guys, take care.